Now we are on to, if I remember correctly. No, we're back on the second floor. But now we are on our way to the third floor. Where, you know, we do have to kind of clench a little bit because this is where things get difficult.
Of course.
Because this is the hardest floor of the dungeon. Well, one of two. The basement for ER2.
Poisoner.
We're being lucky right now, but, you know, we're on the floor where we can get blasters.
You gotta watch out for those blasters.
We do. There he is! Blast him! Sorry, the Stormtrooper Drak had to be done. Speaking of Stormtroopers, so, Alex, have you by chance watched Clone Wars at all?
I've seen some of the Clone Wars, yeah.
Okay, so what do you think of the news of Disney XD doing Star Wars Rebels?
I didn't hear that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, it's the same people who did Clone Wars. But instead of doing, like, the Clone War era...
Right.
This is going to be based between Episode 3 and 4. And so you're going to get the rise of the Empire and
the rise of the Alliance. That's pretty nice.
The extinction of the Jedi, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it was New York Comic Con that just happened this weekend. They unveiled the villain. So, like, in Clone Wars, you got Asajj Ventress for a while. In this one, you're going to get the Sith, or the Imperial Inquisitor.
I gotta say, it's nice to finally get off the Clone Wars.
It kind of is.
There's so many Clone War iterations, I don't understand why.
Yeah, I mean, the Genndy Tartakovsky one was the best, in my opinion. Those little micro episodes.
Right.
But it just never got better than that. I mean, I like a few of episodes in Clone Wars, but I'm way excited for Rebels. Because it's more my era. You know, where I'm used to the Empire being bad guys. I'm used to seeing stormtroopers and dreading them. And so, not to knock Clone Wars, I think it had a good idea, but it's going to be so great to see stormtroopers and Star Destroyers again.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be that really crappy CGI.
It might be. I'm not going to lie. It might be. Okay, now that we've gotten the other piece of dynamite, we actually need it. We gotta loop all the way around on this floor.
I want my Star Wars anime, damn it.
Oh, that would totally be awesome.
Yes. I've been saying for a while, they need...
And you know what? Now that they're owned by Disney, that's entirely possible.
I'm thinking it is,
because Marvel did those animes. Although they were crap.
I'm hoping for something more like the Gotham Knight video or the Halo Legends video, where it's kind of that mix of several stories and different animation styles.
Do you want to know what you might see that from? Battlefront. When Battlefront finally hits.
I doubt it's going to be Battlefront.
It might be. I mean, they waited till really close to Mass Effect 3 to get that Mass Effect 3 movie out. Halo Legends came out pretty close to, I think it was 4.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's just to get the hype going. That's what those movies were.
I think they should do it, though, in anticipation of the next Star Wars movie. Because that's what Gotham Knight did with the anticipation of the Dark Knight.
That actually would be a good idea. Here's hoping that the hype holds out. I'm more waiting for the shoe to drop of seeing, you know, Mickey and Luke Skywalker here. Because that's coming.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
I'm not saying it's bad that they're gonna do that. You know, Disney owns Star Wars. It makes sense for them to do it. But I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop. I'm also waiting for JJ to say, you know, I want more money, and if Disney doesn't give it to me, I'm not going to do their Star Wars movie. You're already seeing Harrison Ford complaining and Carrie Fisher complaining about whether or not they're even going to be in the movie. So.
I don't know, JJ still sounds pretty enthusiastic, so...
He is. I actually have heard that he's still going to be part of Star Trek 3, except he's going to be more of an executive producer.
So he's going to hand over the directing reins to someone else.
He is. And you know what? In a lot of cases, that kind of makes sense. Because the third movie really should be handed to somebody else. I'm just laughing at the whole concept here, is that, you know, for the longest time, and Alex, you can relate to this, is that it's always been Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Yes.
Now we can't do that anymore because the same director's going to be behind both of them.
I know, I said...
It's no longer Roddenberry versus Lucas. It's Abrams versus Abrams. We're all gonna be Star Wars and Star Trek fans in denial. Oh, okay, good.
Pulsars.
We could have totally had blasters and I would have been, well, peeing my pants. People think I'm kidding. Look, it's been a long time trying to get this dungeon done, and so running into blasters, that pretty much guarantees you're gonna have problems getting through the rest of this game. Or the rest of this dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna happen in every dungeon. Blasters are just the beginning. You know, the next dungeon will have something else that'll kick our butts.
Yep.
And we're gonna dread that too. But as long as we keep up this pace, I have no problem. Come on. There we go. We're almost there, Alex. We're almost there.
Whew. Just a little more.
Alright, so now we're at the door. And of course we get an attack.
But what else?
By jelly. We're being attacked by nuclear jelly. And while we continue to make our way, here's another interesting question for you, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
We're in October.
Yeah.
November is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Are there any games this holiday season that you're excited for and want to own?
Not particularly. Maybe Sonic Lost World, but that's kind of a maybe.
It's kind of a maybe, plus you don't really have the console to play it.
Yeah.
And down to the basement we go. Now we're in the hardest floor of this area.
With all the nuclear tiles.
Yep.
Maybe you should heal up first. Well, that's kind of pointless, actually.
Well, we'll be sparing with the healing because I intend on using Amy's healing spells.
That's, yeah.
And I'm also just trying to minimize all the damage that I can be taking. Okay. Alright. I can take care of spinners and armor ants. I really thought I had doomed myself. Okay. Keep going. Should I stop for the trimate? Yeah, why not? Now, if people are kind of wondering how much damage these things overall do, they don't do much. It's actually kind of laughable how much damage they do. It's like 1 per step.
Okay.
Which Final Fantasy games have done way worse in that regard, so. Oh, new bee! Insecta! And it hits pretty hard, actually.
Ow.
Nuke it! Nuke it!
Yay!
I just healed Rolf and Amy, and they're already down again. Alright, that's okay. Rolf. Kira's for Amy. Alright, we're gonna keep making our way. Alright, we can handle this kind of a fight. As for me, with the holiday season, one of the questions that might be getting asked of us is, are you going for the new consoles? No. We're not going for a PS4 or an Xbox One. Actually, me and my wife are considering getting a Wii U because we've been waiting for a library for the game, for the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And now there is one. So that's pretty much going to be the crux of what we get. We'll probably get Sonic Lost World. I'm trying to think of other things. Maybe Assassin's Creed 4, but I'm still knee-deep, and I just barely started Revelations. So I'm trying to finish out Ezio. So I might not get that right off the bat. Maybe Watch Dogs. That was interesting. That's kind of the problem with this, is that there are interesting games, don't get me wrong, but they're all coming out for the previous gen.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no motivation unless you're a big fan of Knack to go and get the PS4. I think I'm just gonna wait it out and wait until a couple of the promised games come out.
Yeah, there's not enough incentive for me to go buy it either.
Not yet.
Extremely expensive, and I don't have that kind of money right now.
Mm-hmm. Funniest thing, you know, we're gamers, but now we're adults, so we have to worry about things like gas money.
Yes.
You know, there's some kid out there going, "What is wrong with you?"
You'll know if you're a kid.
It's real life, Alex. It's real life.
It's real life indeed.
Alright, so we gotta sit back and heal Nay really quick. There we go. We heal her only to take damage. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and we are actually getting dangerously close to our objective. If these guys would just leave me alone!
Go.
Stupid stinger. Die already! And obviously, I think maybe the biggest thing for the holidays for you was Pokemon X.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the thing that takes up most of your time.
Definitely.
I'm trying to think of, like... There's a bunch of movies I want to own, there's a bunch of movies I want to see in the holidays.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a lot of reviews for them, but...
What do you want to see this holiday?
I'm going to be going to go see Ender's Game,
Mm-hmm.
Thor the Dark World. If I tell my wife no about seeing Catching Fire, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And I'll probably review Catching Fire. What was the other one? I'm also interested in seeing the new Jack Ryan movie with Christopher Pine.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I'd probably go see that myself, and I never really watched much of the Jack Ryan, Tom Clancy series.
I missed, like, the whole Harrison Ford era.
Yeah.
So I never saw Clear and Present Danger or anything like that. I came in on Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Some of All Fears.
Some of All Fears. And then I actually went back because my dad's a big fan of The Hunt for Red October and saw Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, I remember The Hunt for Red October. That was pretty good, actually.
I gotta say, I just don't get what people see in Alec Baldwin. I mean, he's a good actor, don't get me wrong. Sometimes he forces it a little too hard. Alright, this is actually where we need to be, Alex. Yay!
Yay!
Alright, Rolf has found the recorder. Rolf has gotten a hold of the recorder. How he got it into his pocket, we'll never know.
I imagine it's small or something.
Alright, so now that we have done that, I believe we are done here. I think we are. Yes, I think we are.
Yes!
Here we go. Hinas. And... Ryuka.
Our equivalent of the fairy Zorb.
Pretty much. We are officially done with the biolabs. And
Hooray!
now we need to take the recorder back to our boss. If people even remember, we have a boss.
This is the boss!
Well, I was gonna go with a who's the boss joke, but that works too. Let's see. Now, first of all, we need to make our way... Well, actually, first things first.
We gotta go heal.
Yeah, we gotta go heal. I was about to go through the story and not heal. Come on, Mr. Dr. Mans. Heal us up. Thank you. Okay, so, first of all, we're gonna go kick our feet up before we go talk to our boss, because, you know, we're lazy workers like that. And there's a knock at the door! How do you do, Rolf? I am Hugh Thompson, a biologist. I came when I heard about your quest. I value all life, including biomonsters. I am willing to fight to defend weaker life forms, so perhaps my knowledge will be of help to you. I will feel like we are good friends if you give me a nickname. Useless? Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. No, we're not going to give you a nickname. Your name fits you well. I'm glad to have you in our group. Let's check the roster at the point where Hugh came in, and we don't give a crap about Hugh. Hugh makes me sad in this game, because Hugh is a useless character. He's good against biomonsters, but not very good.
Right.
My current roster will do a ton better, so sorry guys, this is like the first and last time you will see Hugh, because I just don't dig him out. He's just not worth it. So, now that we've done that, we've gotten Hugh Thompson. because he's just so great, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys, but that actually bugs me really bad in RPGs when they just make useless characters. Pisses me off. But we're gonna go into the central tower. This must get to the governor. Oh, I'm sorry, he's the governor, not the boss.
Splendid work, Rolf. I will immediately compare the recorder with the library data. I always believed in that the mother brain is absolutely right all the time and that our life is protected by the mother brain. But under the reign of mother brain, how many times do you need to say mother brain in the sentence?
Oh, and by the way, mother brain.
Under the circumstances, we can't help realize that...
We are weak and lethargic beings? What? Under the circumstances, we cannot help realizing that fact. The data must be ready. You'd better go into the library. Okay.
Analysis on the recorder has been complete. The cause of the accident in the Biosystems Lab was an overload of energy poured into the system all at once. As a result, the creature made a rapid evolution. This creature does not fit into the cycle of nature, thus should not exist, and because this kind of creature was created, the natural cycles went out of order. Why is the dialogue so redundant?
Because it is.
Please look at this graph. It shows the amount of energy consumed in the last couple of years. Let the overlap of the graph's temperature and rainfall on it. The climate... Yeah, you spelled that wrong.
Actually, it is. It's correct.
Used by climate control. Oh, okay. I thought it was supposed to be climate control, but
yep.
Okay. Climate control to the temperatures and rainfall seem to have been flowed into the biosystem. Biohazard could be something that was schemed up by someone. Please find out why the energy leaked from the climate control. Also, if you are going south, take this with you over the bridge out west. The river can be passed with this. Good luck.
Alright.
Good luck.
So, now we have our new mission. We found out that apparently the Climatrol made the Biolab overload. So now we gotta go to the Climatrol to figure out why that overloaded, and why it's making, this whole problem with Mother Brain. But you're starting to get the little scope into, maybe Mother Brain is running too much of our lives.
Yes.
So that's already kind of worrisome. But, thankfully though, we are not done. We actually need to go discover some new cities.
Woohoo!
So we're gonna go do that really quick, and I don't need to go replenish items just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of town.
And save, probably.
No, we're gonna wait until we get the data memory of the new town, I think, before we save. Okay. So it gives you plenty of exercise. Make your way back to the Biosystems Lab. So, actually, we don't need to go all the way here. We can just skip over through the magic of teleportation.
Excellent. Electrical Beast will be proud.
Oh, and I teleported to the wrong town.
Oh.
This is gonna be kind of the meme of Phantasy Star 2. I accidentally pressed the button a little too quick.
Teleport!
Beam me up, Scotty. Alright, so now we need to make our way back to the Biosystems Lab.
Walk around these densely clustered forests.
Exactly. They are apparently so densely clustered we can't even go through them. I hate it when RPGs do that, actually. It's like, you can't walk through the forest? Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Nay, stop missing!
Miss? Lunkhead.
She's Leia Lunkhead. I'm starting to think both her and Rudolph are related to Odin in some way.
Probably so. Amy gained a level.
And she learned a new technique.
What did she learn?
Let's find out. Ooh. I can't remember what that does, actually. I think it's like a mass cure of poison or something like that.
Okay. Fire it.
This is actually an interesting concept because if you've noticed, the spell lists look rather short, right?
Yes.
Believe it or not, Amy actually has some attack magic. But the menu will filter it and only show you the healing spells.
Oh.
And that's actually both frustrating and awesome because it's awesome because the lists are pretty long, especially for Amy.
Uh-huh.
But you also just kind of want to know what attack magic you have, just in case, oh, well, this boss might have a resistance to fire.
Mm-hmm.
so I don't know why they did that, but okay. And now we're continuing to make our way to Biosystems Labs. Can I go this way? Probably not. Yay! It's so nice to not have blasters in the world. And now that I've mentioned it, blasters are going to start appearing in the world. Oh, carriers, I can totally deal with. We seriously need some ship music right about now, Alex.
Yeah. We also need a faster mode of transport.
We really do, yeah.
You think RPGs in the distant future would have these kinds of, would have some sort of transport?
Some sort of, like, airship technology.
No, we gotta go on foot apparently.
Especially in a futuristic RPG, that makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so now we're going down this way. This is apparently what we needed the key for. So, take out the key tube. Puts the key tube inside. Yay! We don't have to blow up the door.
Yay! No destruction.
Yay! Okay, so now we need to go south from the bridge. Now we're starting to run into Biolabs enemies.
Okay.
Hopefully blasters don't make their appearance. Because otherwise I'm going to be very frustrated. Die already, you stinger. Okay, so we go down southeast a little bit, and I think this is where we go. Okay, so I believe this is the town of Zima. So now we have a new town.
Yay, new town.
They always help. Sadly, there really isn't much for us to do here, so we are actually just trying to unlock the teleporter. There are a few things to buy, but I don't have the money for them. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Paseo, because every time we unlock a town...
You get teleportation ability.
And we get a new character.
Yes.
So we're gonna go see who our new character is. There's a knock at the door! I have long wanted to meet you. I am Anna Zirsky. I am known as a guardian. Although most hunters are good, some have gone bad. I track them down. My job is to hunt evil hunters, but I can hunt anything. I dislike guns, but give me a weapon with a blade, and I am deadly. I can help you. Yes, give me a new name, and I can forget the past and concentrate on the present. Sadly, we are not going to do this for you, Anna. Your name fits you well. I'm glad to have you in our group. Okay, so Anna is useful, but later.
Later.
Because she'll actually be kind of part of the final party.
Okay.
Because she does really, really well if you have the proper bladed weapons to give her.
Mm-hmm.
Which we don't.
And I imagine in RPG conventions we gotta rotate in and out members.
Pretty much. Alright, yeah, we were at Zima. So now we need to go make our way to the next town. We get to go unlock 2 towns today.
Oh, very nice. Progress.
Progress. It's almost like we've never seen that before.
Not in this game.
Alright. It just frustrates me that, you know, Anna will get some use later, but you won't. Mm-hmm. I hate useless characters. And here's the thing, guys. Obligatory Final Fantasy reference. They've made useless characters too! That bothers me. If you're gonna make the character and go into making a backstory and all that, make it so that I'm gonna use them at least once. just saying, guys.
Yeah, really.
Give us a reason to use the character once. I'll be fine after that. Okay, can we kill the demon mushrooms yet? Thank you.
They take a long time, don't they?
They do. Okay, so we need to go past this bridge, and then we need to go a little bit west.
And a bunch of waspies.
And in case people hadn't figured it out yet, yes, I'm using a guide. Once again, big props to the Starbird on GameFAQs. He made a really good guide to follow for Phantasy Star 2. If you guys ever want to start this game up, look up his guide. It's very helpful, very insightful into objectives and dungeons. So, let's see here. Just around the domes and northeast to the bridge. Oh, yay! Look!
So do we eventually get like a spread out attack? Like something that will hit all the enemies?
Like AoE damage?
Yeah.
Yes. Much, much, much later.
I assume that, yeah, later.
In fact, Anna gets it.
Oh, very nice.
She will get weapons that are like boomerang blades. That's why it's an appropriate weapon. And so she'll get that, but brace yourself, Alex. She can only hit enemies of the same type.
Oh, of course. Always gotta be some stupid stipulation, though.
Yeah, it really just doesn't make sense. Okay.
Squat. Even though
So
it's
is
a
Babu around?
Well, somebody's poisoned.
Yeah, he bled on me and I got poisoned. I'm not very appreciative of that.
So how does the poison function in this game?
I believe it's persistent. Oh, and they died.
Yeah.
That's okay, I wasn't really trying to aim for grinding. And we're actually really close to our destination anyway. Yes, keep hitting Rudo. Rudo can take the damage. Alright.
Fair amount of experience, though.
Well, that's because Nay's dead. So her experience isn't getting distributed.
Alright. Of course.
Alright, I think it was Nay that was... or Rolf that was poisoned. Yep.
So is it like the Pokemon poison where you walk every step
It
you
is
take?
totally like that and persists until death. Alright, so now we are in the town of Kueri. Yes, I said it, Kueri. Which has a bunch of cat people living here. Alright, we need to find a clone labs really quick before we do anything else. And it's actually pointless to use the hospital until she's back.
Yeah, makes sense.
So. Ah! Oh my gosh!
It's the Joker.
It really is. It's Joker's mom. Alright, here we go. So now that Nay is back with us, we're gonna go hit the hospital really quick. And then it's back to Paseo we go. Because we'll get another character! Who could it be this time? I'm gonna spoil it. It's Tommy from Power Rangers. It totally should be Tommy from Power Rangers. Alright, so we need to go back to Paseo. It's funny too. It's like, so how do you know to knock on the door right when he comes back? I mean, seriously, did you foretell it? There's a knock at the door. Howdy do. I see you. I'm glad to see you. Yep, I done heard you going out after them bad uns. I can help you. I ain't much for them slimy critters, but if any machines or robots get in your way, I can bust them up real good. My birthing name is Josh Kane. What's the matter? Don't you think that's a good name?
That is not Tommy from Power Rangers.
That is not Tommy from Power Rangers at all. In fact, I'm trying to figure out, so is he Southern or is he a mobster?
He's probably a New Yorker.
Your name fits you well. I'm glad to have you in our group. Let's check. Okay. Kane, again, is a useful character, but later. Because, like Hugh, he has an affinity for a specific type of monsters, and he pointed it out. He's good against robots and machines, and that will become a big problem later in the game. again, that just makes me sad because Hugh will never have a use. But in the meantime, that is actually all we can do before we need to take another grinding break, so we will need to do that. We will be back afterwards to continue on the story. Once again, I am Drak.
I'm Shadow.
And we'll see you next time.